So this video is going to go over a harder area of triangle problems. So in these kind of questions, you are given the area and then you have to work backwards to work out a length or an angle. So with this one, for example, we know that the area is 20 centimetres squared. So we're not going to be actually working out what the area is because we've obviously got that already, but it's using that to work out other information. So with these kind of questions in exams, whenever they tell you something like this, you've got to think, well, how would you normally work out the area of a triangle? And that is using the half AB sine C like that. So we just have to work with what we've got, put in what we can, and we know that the area is going to be equal to 20. So in a minute, we're going to be setting that equal to 20. So the half is fine, that can stay there. Then A and B are the two sides times together, aren't they? So I'm just going to leave it as x, it doesn't matter, we'll just leave it as x, times by 10, times by sine 40, and I know that that equals 20, because they've told us that. So with these kind of questions, whenever you're trying to work backwards to get this thing on its own, remember we just divide by the parts we don't want. So we don't want the half times 10 times sine 40, so to get x, we can just do 20 divided by, and I would put it into a bracket, so a half times 10 times sine 40, and then that just leaves you with the bit that we haven't divided by. So we're just going to do 20 divided by a half times 10 times sine 40, and so that gives me an answer. Then x must be 6.22. Now for an angle, when you're trying to find that, it's slightly different. The starting point is the same, but the ending a little bit is slightly different, which I'll show you why in just a second. So this time we know the area is 50, but this time we don't know the angle here. So I would start it off in the same way. I would say, right, the area is a half times 10 times 15, and then it would be times sine theta. I don't know what that angle is, and that's what we're going to be working out in a minute. But I do know that the area equals 50, so I would just set that equal to 50. So this time I'm trying to work out the theta, so I'm going to leave the sine theta alone, but I'm going to get rid of this part here, so that I get then the sine theta left all on its own. So to do that, I'm going to divide by all of this bracket here, and that will give me what sine theta equals. So it will be 50 divided by a half times 10 times 15. So 50 divided by half times 10 times 15. So that equals 2/3. Now, two things that should kind of bring your attention to this is that it's unlikely that an angle is going to be 2/3 or 0.67 if you change it to a decimal. And you can see here that actually we have worked out sine theta, not actually theta. So to get the theta away from the sine, you've got to do the inverse of sine, which is sine to the minus 1 of your answer. So it would be sine to the minus 1 of 2/3. I'm going to use my answer button because I've already got the 2/3 stored on that. So then the angle is 41.81 degrees. Okay, that looks like a much more sensible answer for an angle rather than the 0.67.